ultimate game in the college football season. Everything has built to this, the battle for the national championship and college football immortality, a moment that every young football player grows up dreaming about. And these two teams have survived the expanded playoff grind. They have battled through a regular season, multiple playoff victories, all sorts of challenges and adversity, and they've arrived at this moment, the battle for that precious trophy. As we'll see, a group with a whole lot to prove here today. Taking on a squad that's looking to really put on a show here today. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. Here we go with the kickoff. This is it, the ultimate game in college football, national championship at stake. And here's the return from inside the 5. And they've got the returner corralled. Okay, now we'll get our first look at this offense here today. Well, here we go, Kirk. The energy in this place is tremendous. We are 60 minutes away from crowning a new national champion.
And think about it, Chris. These two teams have put everything into this to get to this stage and this opportunity. Let's see who can handle it better.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, they don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
The back's got it on the pitch. In the clear at the 25. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. And he finally goes out of bounds after a huge gain on the ground. Nice play.
Well, this is what the offensive coordinator told us yesterday, Chris, in our production meeting. They thought they had an advantage up front with the line of scrimmage, and on this opening drive, we continue to see the offensive line and this back putting up positive yards.
We'll try to run it with the option. Quarterback keeps the football. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7.
Not exactly the outcome this offense was hoping for here on the option. I'll give them credit. They didn't lose anything, so it wasn't a negative play. But this kind of play's got to be able to hit big and get down the sidelines for big yards.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Here's a carry for the fullback. Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing.
It's another good job here by this defense, and I think all the build-up and hype of the national championship, they really felt challenged. And right now, they're winning the line of scrimmage. They've gotten this offense to a 3rd down situation. Let's see if they can get off the field here to start the game.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's 4th down coming up.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
So a field goal attempt coming up now. And he's got it from 47 yards away, showing off the deep range.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. Return starts from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Got a great matchup today, Kirk, of elite corners. They put these guys on islands, and they believe they can shut down anybody across from them.
If you're going to have a great defense right now in college football, you better be able to cover on the outside, and these two teams happen to have the two of the top corners in the game. How much fun is this going to be to watch these guys today? What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? And they hand it off to the back. And they'll tackle him about the 23-yard line. Offense gets set up here. It's third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Pulls it in. It's Moore. Moves the ball out across the 30, and that's good for a first down.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on third down, get him the ball.
Just a small gain. Looking at 2nd and 9.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up third down.
Well, this quarterback and his receivers have got to get on the same page. They've got to find a rhythm if they want to move the ball down the field.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on third and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Tries to get it to the running back. The fourth down completion to the running back.
You know, it's third down. As a quarterback, you're sitting there back in the pocket trying to find a matchup that you like. Pretty much everything taken away. I like his thought to get it to the running back because he's a talented, gifted player, but he just could not wiggle free to pick up the first down.
That pass not enough for the first down. Punting unit is on the field. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. Offense out there for the first play of this drive from the 18. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Ball handed off. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, that was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this third down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, boy, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw in this play.
So the drive stalls, and here comes the punting team. And this will be fair caught at the 35-yard line. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Catch hauled in here over the middle, and they get him down after the completion.
Boy, that slant is so dangerous for a defense to try to slow down. Great job of rallying to limit its yardage after the catch.
Well, they've flipped into the field. We're set for the second quarter, and the national championship trophy is in the building. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Oh, and it's dropped, nearly intercepted by an excellent defender. Don't see that very often.
Pretty nice catch here, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, but hands, sometimes a little questionable, as we saw here.
Offense facing a 3rd and short from the 41. Can they make the first down and avoid a tricky 4th down decision? Running out of time in the pocket. And it's incomplete again. 4th down coming up.
On 3rd and short, the offense coordinator has his entire playbook open. You could run it or you could throw it. Either one's available. They chose to go through the air here and just not able to hit it.
And here comes the punter onto the field. And he'll kick it away now for the 2nd time. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. First down here for this offense. Going with the old counter run here. Tackle made after just a short gain. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. Important second down play coming up. They'll try the option play here. Minimal gain brought down short of the marker. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Cannot connect. Incomplete, and now 4th down.
How about the call here? They go with the screen on 3rd down and short. You don't see that called very often. They're not able to even complete the pass, so no chance at a conversion. So we got 4th and short.
And the punt team makes its way onto the field. Looking to kick it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch made at the 35. And the offense trots back out on the field again. An inside give now from the shotgun. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, that's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the 2nd and 3rd level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
2nd down after that previous play. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. It's a short completion at the tight end. A big hit by the linebacker. A physical tackle there, big versus big.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
Shotgun formation here on 3rd down. Caught over the middle. It's Baxter. They've got him, but that completion good enough for first down yardage.
Really nice job here by the quarterback. He sells it looking downfield, knowing he wants to hit his running back on the angle route. Effective play to move these chains.
So the offense with the 1st and 10 now. The football placed exactly at midfield. And the tight end goes in motion before the snap. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. And it's complete downfield. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, this is a beautiful play when the timing is right, as we see right here. The receiver's got to do a good job of working his way back to the football as the quarterback is throwing it. The timing here is impeccable.
About time this offense gets going. It's a 1st and 10. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over in that time.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense. Almost anticipating this play, they're in position to bring him down for a loss.
Here's the 2nd down play. Looking to throw yet again. That's caught. It's Baxter. They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
So now it's 3rd and short from the plus 25. They're in field goal range. But let's see what the call is. They're thinking about touchdown, of course. And the back now goes in motion. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Drop for a loss after the catch on 3rd down. Sets up a 4th down now.
How about this? The offense gets the ball to one of their playmakers out in space, but the defense, the athletic ability on that side of the ball does a good job of bringing him down short of the 1st down.
Coach elects to try for 3 points and sends out the field goal unit. And he knocks it right through the uprights. And the game is now tied.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. He'll return it from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. Quarterback's got it on the option. And they try the middle, but stuff for no gain. The clock has stopped. We've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. Second down play coming up. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. They bring him down, but he reaches the 30-yard line.
Crispy gets so caught up in these wide receivers and their playmaking ability and getting them the ball in space. And like the defense has to pay attention to him. Often too much attention opens up an underneath drag route like this, and quarterback makes a good read. Nice 1st down.
1st down, clock stops for a moment, but no huddle here. They've got to hurry. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. And he's got his man open downfield. Rips off a big gain all the way to the plus 43-yard line.
What a huge play for this offense as this half is coming to a close. Here's where you've got to get a little greedy, because what seemed like a drive where you're happy to maybe come up with 3 points, now you've got a real shot to maybe put the ball in the end zone.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Grab down the middle. It's Morris. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
Will we see a touchdown here in the 1st half? It's 1st and 10. Here comes a throw from the red zone. And he just throws it away there. Safe move. Had nobody open. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. After the incompletion on 1st down, looking to throw it again. Makes the grab. Can he get there? And he's run out after a big gain. The offense will be set up with a 1st down and goal.
That's another positive gain here for this offense, and this defensive coordinator is going to have to make some kind of adjustments to get this quarterback out of his rhythm. It's the national championship, man. You've got to take chances and mix up your coverages, because right now what you're doing just isn't working.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. The offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here. It's a 2nd and goal play for the offense. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score.
Well, that's an example right there of what vision and patience and ability can do for running back. He was on a mission to get into the end zone, and really, he made it look easy.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT puts them in front by 7. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. So a little under 30 seconds to go in the half. We'll see how they play this here on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Caught over the middle. It's Smith. And he's tackled after the catch.
Nicely run slant here by the wide receiver. The footwork created just enough separation for the catch.
One more play before they head to the locker room. Second down, we're going to throw it. He's moving out of the pocket. They've got him behind the line. The defense with a sack in the final play of this first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Chris, thanks. What else might we expect in a game of this magnitude? Everything on the line, the eyes of the sports world on this battle with the coveted gold trophy at stake. And the story of the half has been that elite corner. We were told he was tough to throw against. He's basically taken away an entire side of the field when he's out there, causing turnovers and getting physical. How often do we say that about lockdown guys? And how this offense schemes against him in this second half will be fun to watch. And with that, let's send it back to Chris and Kirk. Fellas, hard to believe we're only one half away from crowning a national champion.
And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Offense makes its way on the field to get the drive started. The pre-snap motion from the offense. Ball handed off. Here's a jet sweep.
Boy, he was so close to getting to the outside and coming up with some huge yards. But, hey, let's give credit to the defense. This receiver is really fast. And they were very, very fortunate not to give up a big play.
The offense going with the hurry-up. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Short throw complete to the tight end. Tackle made after a solid gain. They'll spot the ball at the 34.
The tight end drag route is the perfect option for an offense looking to scheme that position open for some yardage. Perfect execution here for a first down.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Quarterback will throw it off the one-pass option. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain.
Great execution on the RPO. Quarterback does a nice job as he's putting the ball into the belly of the back, making sure to read his key. This defense was determined. They came up to stop the run. Quarterback saw it, pulled it out, hit the quick slant right behind it for some great yards.
Takes the handoff. It's Morris. Tackled, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 45.
Well, anytime you're down at halftime, you get your minds together, you try to make some adjustments, you try to get things heading in a better direction. This offense is off to a great start after this play right here.
Still looking for that elusive touchdown, but finally this offense is moving. First down and 10. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Fighting him off. Tackle made after a solid run by the junior.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of them.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. Play action fake, looking to throw. Looking for his big tight end. Over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you just have too much time in your hands. You end up thinking way too much. Gets your hands a little shaky.
After the incompletion, they'll face a 3rd and 6. It's a run. Running back's got it. They stop him after a 4-yard gain, and it brings up a 4th down. So they're short on 4th down, and the coach decides to trot out the field goal team. It's a fake. It's a fake. They've got the tight end open. Took a shot, but the gamble doesn't work, and that decision will be questioned. They pass on the field goal try. And the fullback gets in on the action with the carry. Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Here's the option play. They've got him, but not before he makes a first down at the 41. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. They're going to run the option. Tackled up near midfield at the 48.
Man, that is a good chunk of yardage picked up by the big guy. Sometimes you don't need a whole lot of space created for a fullback. He can simply make his own way.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. They'll run the option. QB decides to keep it here. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Boy, the options dried up quickly for the quarterback here. Very, very fortunate he was somehow able to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Offense looking to keep the drive alive. It's 3rd down. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Looked like a total bust there. Easy pitch and catch like you'd see in a Tuesday practice.
Yeah, that quarterback's eyes must have lit up on that play because you've got one of your players way downfield without any defender around him.
And now they'll set up for the point after. With the extra point, the lead is 14. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And the return man brought down. That's decent yardage on that return. Offense makes its way on the field, ready to start the drive. They'll give it to the running back. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Tight end goes in motion. Off play action, he's looking to throw. Receiver makes the catch. They stop him at the 45, but that's good for a first down. And here we go. It all comes down to this. Everything to play for. One quarter to decide who will win the national championship. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. Looks like he's going to run it. And he'll be wrapped up on the scramble there, settling for a short gain. Offense getting set. It's second down. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Crucial third down play coming up. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking to scramble. Stop at the 43. This offense picks up another first down.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the first and keep this drive moving.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's second down and 8.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
They look to throw it here on second down. Catch made on the out route. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Off the play fake, looking to throw. And he'll loft it to the end zone. Makes the catch. Can he get in? Bring him down short of the goal line, but it's first and goal from the 2.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
Here we go. First and goal. A touchdown here gets him right back into this game. We'll try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. That was an enormous touchdown. They're still behind, but it's a one-possession game, national championship on the line.
Yeah, the offense did their job to make this thing interesting. Now their opponent. What will their opponent do? Are they going to try to kill clock? Are they going to just try to run the football? Are they going to get aggressive and throw and try to score themselves? Still, a lot can happen here in these closing minutes.
Here comes the point after attempt. PAT up and good. They get a little bit closer. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Offense makes their way on the field. It's an option look. They'll tackle him right at the 25-yard line.
Well, how fitting for him to get another nice carry here, because it's been that kind of game in the national title. We knew coming in that he was going to be showcased. I didn't think he would have this kind of performance on this big of a stage, but he has, and a big reason why they're going to win this national title.
We'll try to run it with the option. Running with purpose. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29. Well, they feed the fullback here, and the big fella with a solid gain there.
Yeah, there aren't a whole lot of college offenses that still display a fullback. It sure is nice to see a guy that not only can block most of the game, but occasionally get his hands on the football and get some positive yards.
They'll try the option play here. They'll stop him at the 34. That will be a first down.
Boy, just a blown opportunity here by this defense. They got him to third down, a chance to potentially get them off the field. And the fact that they're trailing, they needed to make a play. But you got to give credit to this offense. In the national championship, that big offensive line opened up a hole, and they pick up the first down and keep working clock.
Different pre-snap look from the linebackers now. It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. Back in motion now. Powers through. Solid gain. Moves the ball to the 37. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. 2nd down play coming up for this offense. And now a carry here for the fullback. He's brought down, but not before the gain to the 42-yard line. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Offense looking to convert on 3rd and short from the 42. Can they make the yardage or face a tricky 4th down decision? Quarterback's got it on the option. The first down pickup tackled at the 45. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. They continue to pound away on the ground. Brings up a 1st and 10. There's the snap, and he just takes a knee. And that'll do it. We have a national champion.